Next up, 49ers Bucks. Bucks favored by 3.5 at home. Over under 55. James Winston, welcome back. We knew it would happen. We didn't know when. Bucks news, they're going to be without O.J. Howard, who was put on injury reserve. That hurts. He's a nice player. I mean, they probably didn't use him enough, but he's a good player, and that's going to hurt them the rest of the year. This is two bad football teams, right?
Yeah, they're bad. I mean, Buccaneers are pretty good on offense, but yeah, overall they're bad.
Okay.
Well, they're not great on offense. They're not. They put up a lot of yards. They're actually number one in the league in yards gained. So, but only 8 points scored. So, a little bit of a situation where you can move the ball, but can't necessarily score.
Got it. All right. So, I'm looking at this and saying, okay, the Niners, Nick Mullins has done fine. I mean, the Giants gave me through a couple of picks, but he's done fine. And I think him playing in a road game here, even against the Bucks, he could finally run into a little trouble. Like, he's still a third-string quarterback who threw a bunch of interceptions in the preseason, if I remember correctly. And he has to play badly at some point, even with Kyle Shanahan calling plays for him, who everybody loves Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can't keep relying on a guy like that. And it's hard to rely on backups over and over again throughout the same season. I mean, even Fitzpatrick is a great example. I mean, I talked earlier in the year about being in Cincinnati. I think for the 2008 season, maybe, or 2009, and Fitzpatrick had to play like 12 or 13 games after Carson Palmer got hurt early in the season, and how every week it was such a grind just watching him because he was so bad. And this year he masked out a lot for most of the year by just throwing four incredible amounts of yards, and now you kind of see, oh yeah, I remember Fitzpatrick now is a backup, and I remember why. You see why, and it's just hard to count on a backup all season long to continue to play well throughout the season. So I think at some point you're right. I think Nick is going to play badly. The problem with this game is the Buccaneers defense is pretty bad. So
yeah,
I don't know. I guess we've seen out Fitzpatrick in the last couple of games, 7 INTs and a lost fumble. You had to start Jameis Winston again because, again, Dirk Koetter is coaching for his career at this point, or coaching for his job. You have to go with the guy you think he can do well. And last time Winston started to replace Fitzpatrick, goes 30 of 41 for 395 yards and 4 TDs against Atlanta. So I don't know. I like the Bucs here. San Francisco's 0-5 on the road this year. They got to go make that long trip across the country. I think this is a tough spot for San Francisco.
Okay.
Let me just as a quick aside, because I'll give you the last word. We just talked about turnover differential with Oakland and Baltimore. San Francisco is second to last in the league in turnover differential with minus 15, which is pretty bad. Tampa Bay is last. Right. Tampa Bay is last with minus 23. They're 8 worse than the second worst in the league. It's crazy.
All right. So we both got the Bucs here, given the 3.5. So one other note about this game, the over-under, it's 55, which is pretty high. 9 of the last 13 have gone over for the Niners. 9 of the last 11 have gone over for the Bucs. The Bucs can't stop anybody. So I think over is not a bad bet in this game.